Item number 2, the cost implication for the Exchequer of a new external recruitment process to fill 28 positions in the Dublin Fire Brigade, when new recruits could instead be directly hired from the Dublin Fire Brigade panel. Deputy Mayor Lou McDonald, 4 minutes.
Minister, in 2007, as you're probably aware, a panel was established by the Dublin Fire Brigade. Thousands of individuals at that time were interviewed, went through standard recruitment procedures and tests, and 190 recruits were placed on the panel. The recruitment process in total cost €300,000. Of the 190 recruits placed on panel, 83 were drawn and were formally recruited into the system. In February of this year, the panel was scrapped. And in a letter to one of the recruits who had been on the panel, the Fire Service Executive Manager, Mr. Jerry Geraghty, said that the panel was scrapped due to the difficult economic circumstances. He said the decision to terminate the panel was not taken lightly, and we understand the time and effort put in by applicants. Unfortunately, Dublin Fire Brigade, like all public services, have been particularly affected by the economic downturn. And so the panel was abandoned. Now, more recently, Dublin City Council management have agreed to fill 53 of the 80 outstanding vacancies in the city. This has been agreed within the terms of Croke Park, and it is good news because undoubtedly the gaps in the service need to be filled. But what is absolutely astonishing is that management have now decided to embark on a new external recruitment procedure to fill 28 of those 53 vacancies. And I think it's just baffling that, given the spend of €300,000 of public money to establish a panel, given the fact that that panel had people who were qualified, able, willing and interested to serve as firefighters, that management would take it upon themselves to open up an entirely new process. So I have called on Dublin City Council management to review this decision and to abandon any notion of another costly recruitment drive, and instead to offer the opportunity of those placements, of those jobs, all 28 of them, to those who remained on the panel. There was some 100 persons left on the panel when it was abandoned. Now, I don't know, Minister, but I suspect that when you get to your feet, you might try and say, well, this is a matter for Dublin City Council. There's nothing I can do about it. I suspect that you might. Can I say to you, given the amount of public monies that have been spent, that I might urge you to take a hands-on role in this respect. Recruits have been identified, capable, qualified people to undertake this important work. And there is no excuse and no rationale in these difficult economic circumstances, to quote Mr. Jerry Geraghty, the Dublin City Council should be allowed to spend more taxpayers' money on yet another recruitment process.